Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. As you see, I switched up the decor a little bit and I cleaned myself up as well. I went on a holiday and yeah, let's mix this channel up a bit. I told you guys earlier that this is a year of many anniversaries, like Lindemans doing their 200th anniversary. By the way, thanks again Lindemans for that lovely plaque and that one as well. Also, Rodenbach is doing their 200th anniversary. 2 years ago, I believe we had Duvel. No, that was last year. Duvel with their 150th anniversary. We are going to talk about that in a while. We have the Antwerp Brewing Company that just had a very festive weekend for their 10th anniversary. And today we are celebrating La Chouffe's 40th birthday. So Marcel, Micheline, Malcolm and Matthew, the four La Chouffe gnomes, have a party. We already talked about the La Chouffe itself, the classic one, and today we are talking about the La Chouffe 40, the Chouffe 40. I'm not gonna pit them against each other yet. If you want to do that, let me know in the comments. And we might just do that in a few weeks. But since I already told you guys the history about the history of this brewery, I'm gonna dive right in. This is a special edition, a completely new beer. This is not a La Chouffe with something mixed in. This is just a completely new, one-time only beer to celebrate. For example, no branded bottle caps. And our glass is getting quite full, so we are upgrading from a 16.5 to a 25 centiliter. And I can tell you that we are probably gonna fill this glass up by the end of the year as well. Okay, first off, the scent, the smell, it's a bit sweeter. Slightly herbal. Now, to make the comparison, the La Chouffe is an 8%, strong blonde, closing in on a triple when it comes to taste. The 40 or the 40 is a 5.6% ABV. And I do believe that it's gonna taste more or less, oh, got some dust in there, more or less like a herbal triple. So let's find out. It's quite highly carbonated. A tiny bit of yeast residue at the bottom. When it comes to smell, not the best I've ever smelled. It is quite herbal. Smells like some dried herbs, like Provençal. Some sage, maybe some thyme. I'm in the mood for a barbecue now. Don't forget to watch the color. It is rather pale. I actually expected it to be darker from the scent alone. Yes, it's very pale, quite clear. Very white foam. That's no surprise with such a pale beer. I could actually mistake this for a Pilsner by sight. Ooh, that's very different. It smells rather sweet, but the taste is, yeah, as I said with the scent, it's very herbal, very strong tasting, not strong in alcohol. It does have a very full, a very woolly mouthfeel, but it is very herbal and actually very hoppy as well. This reminds me of a combination of a herbal triple and an houblon chouffe, the one with the green label. I believe that's Matthew. The very, very, very hopped chouffe, which we are gonna talk about because that's my all-time favorite. Also in the aftertaste, I get a lot of hops. So the herbs go down smooth, and then the hops are what's left in the back of the throat. Also, this comes in like very straightforward. Center of the tongue, sides of the tongue, back of the tongue, back of the throat. The whole palate is quite tingly. So I wouldn't call this a favorite, but it is a very, very good beer. Very well balanced between that herbal, sweet and bitter segments. Slightly fruity. I'd say a bit of dried fruit, a tiny hint of citrusy notes. I am very surprised by this beautiful color. I thought just by smelling the bottle that this beer would be rather, yeah, orangey, maybe slightly leaning towards amber. Okay, this is a very pleasant surprise. I can't tell you guys too much about it because I already told you a lot about Brasserie de Chouffe in my last video about it. So I will put a link around here somewhere. I will also put the label up here because this label has all the gnomes partying, doing a polonaise, as we say. Horrible. So yeah, that's about it. I'd say if you can get your hands on, do so. They are very limited. I believe they've only brewed 2 or 3 runs. Half of it was in kegs for the local bars. The other half was in bottles and distributed amongst most supermarkets. So yeah, good luck with that. I do know that they are not available anymore in the web shop, so you'll have to go other places to find one. Okay, as I said earlier, I will be putting some content online on Wednesdays and Fridays, I believe, maybe the occasional Sunday. I might mix it up sometimes. If you guys want to do a shootout between the 40 and the last Chouffe, let me know in the comments. Or what I could do is just review all of them and then have a shootout amongst all of them. We have the 40, the La Chouffe, the Bock Chouffe, the Houblon Chouffe, the Sherry Chouffe, the Max Chouffe, which is the dark one, and the Chouffe Soleil, so 7 beers. That means 5 more videos to go. Anywho, if you guys have anything to say about this video, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more, if you want to see all those Chouffe videos or some exclusives that I'm doing, subscribe and hit the bell icon. You'll get notified. Cheers, you guys. And happy birthday to Chouffe.